Welcome back, everyone. My name is Faith Borkowski, and I am the founder of High Five Literacy and Academic Coaching. I'm here today with Lisa Sparkles of the Lisa Sparkles Ballroom and Latin Dance Studio. We're going to talk a bit about our first year of teaching and how we had to follow a script, and the pluses and minuses of following a script. So at the beginning, when you first start teaching, it's good, it's comforting to know that there is a script to follow. It lays out the steps for you, it lays out directions, but eventually, as you become more experienced, you start learning from others, other styles, other techniques, other strategies, and then you start incorporating it into what the script is, and this way you can make it your own. I know when I was a first-year teacher, I really wanted to stick to the textbook, stick to the directions, because I was fearful that I would miss something. But as I gained confidence and I started to learn, I was able to then still follow a structure, but then make it my own, knowing that I could pull the best from what I learned from others, and then pass this on to my students. So I would like to turn to Lisa now and have her talk to you about how this works for dancing.
Well, you know, it's interesting, the whole following a script, because I think when we're all trained, regardless of what profession you're in, if you're teaching somebody or selling something, there's a way that you are supposed to approach it. And I always started joking around maybe 3 or 4 years ago with people about how I really wish that I could give my first year students their money back, you know, when they first came in, because I always used to say, what I know now as a teacher compared to what I knew then, it's just nowhere near each other. I mean, the truth is, my first year students, they did learn, and I was always ahead of where they were, and they were 100% learning something, but I just feel that the knowledge that I have after 18 years of teaching, it's just completely different. I've learned that over the years, some of the things that I was trained to do don't necessarily have to be done in the exact order in which I was told they had to be done. And like you said about the whole making it your own, you know, I think as a teacher, if you continue to educate yourself, whether it's with reading or with dancing, self-education, learning from people who are better than you, learning from people who are more experienced than you are, I think is the most important thing to taking that script, as you said, and really developing in a way that makes sense for you, how you speak, how you approach things. It really is a very interesting thing how that script evolves and almost goes out the window eventually one day. And you know, you really start taking it and catering it to each individual person. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. You're able to personalize it once you're able to have different ideas from people. I know I had my own field of dreams with my, specialists I've worked with. There have been people in my life I was so fortunate to work with and learn from. And I always pull something from everyone. I never walk away and say, oh, that was a complete waste of time.
It never is.
I really always could pull 1 or 2 pieces that really I'll say, this works. And I try to learn from the best. And you grow as a professional. And I always find that I could go back to my first year of teaching, like you said, and say, oh, I wish I could just have a redo, do this over. But you can't, but you could always move forward and keep learning.
And the truth is, that's how we grow. That's how we grow as teachers. You never become better if you don't start at some point. So it's really just an interesting thing. Sometimes you just keep going, but as you said, having the privilege of working with some of the best coaches in my own professional dancing and taking how they taught me and using that towards my students in a way that made sense to them at not the professional level, it's such a cool thing. And I think the best teachers are the ones who are always students and who are always learning.
And that concludes this section, because I couldn't have said it better myself, on our Good Teaching is Good Teaching series. Thank you.
Thank you.